This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening once again to everyone. Hope my voice is audible. Can anyone confirm me? Yes. Thank you for the response. Now, can we know that what did we discuss in the last class? Can anyone let me know? So, what was the discussion we did in the last session? Yes. So it was a creation of the Facebook business profile, and we also tried with the creation of the post. So we use the two platform. I'll share the screen. So please confirm me whether the screen is visible to you all. Yeah. Hope the screen is visible. So we were created with the business account on the facebook.com, and once we are going to get created with the Facebook business page on the facebook.com. So to make use of this business account in a better way with more features and creation of the business ads, so we can be able to use it with a tool called of Facebook itself, that is Meta Business Suite, or nothing but it is business.facebook.com. So you can be able to directly log into the website address as business.facebook.com with the same mail ID or the contact number which you are going to use it for your normal Facebook login. So it is going to take you to the Meta Business Suite. So here you can be able to create the post. Then once you are going to create the post, if it has to reach to the bigger crowd, and that too it has to reach to the specific particular type of audiences, then you are being allowed to make use of the feature called boost post. So boost post, it is nothing but you are promoting your post. So when I click on boost post, it takes you to the next screen where you will be asked with a goal. So which type of goal? That is, what is your intention? What is your reach? So what you want to happen through this promotion? So you can click on change and you can be able to see the multiple options. That is, do you want to get connected with the messengers? That is the through messenger. Do you want to get more messages from the audience? Or do you want more people to get engaged with your activities? Do you want more people's their database to be collected? Do you want the people to get visited to your website? Or do you want more calls to be done through the Facebook ad? So you can be able to choose with any of this, but initially the Facebook was going to recommend you to use it with the automatic option based on your content and the features what you are going to add it. So based on that, whichever it is going to be better, the goal which will help you to get the audience more, so it is going to choose it on its own. Okay, if you're very clear that I want it only through this to happen, then you can be able to choose with any of this option. So I'll click on save with the automatic option. Then what is that they have to take a action when they see with the uh, ad, and what is that they are going to do it with that ad. So they can be able to do it as per the call to action button what you are going to provide with. So you can choose whichever the option is applicable. So let me choose it. For example, send message. That means I'm going to get the audiences through messenger. So send message. You can see here the call to action button, which is clickable, is going to highlight it on the post over here. And you can see here below to your profile name, it is written as sponsored. Sponsored means it's an ad. Okay. Then next, it is going to ask you that through which all the apps of messaging apps you want to get connected with your audience. So by default it has been marked with messenger app. So in case if you have already been connected with the Instagram account and WhatsApp account, so which are two messengers, so you can be able to get the people through these two platforms also if it is connected, but it should be there with the Instagram business account and WhatsApp business account, so you can connect with. Then special ad category will be chosen only when you are going to be very specific categorized. Okay, so what kind of categories, if your product or services is relevant to something providing the employment or with the politics or with something bank kind of schemes. So anything such things you want to post it. So there is a little bit of rules and regulations on that. So it is considered as an special ad category. So you may be asked with certain documents also to be produced for that, so that you will be in a safer hand. But in case if your ad is nowhere related to any of this category, so do not enable this option. Okay, the next, the audience. So you can be able to choose your audience based on your target. So you can be able to target your audience based on their age wise, gender wise, then location wise, and there are certain categories. So let us assume it. So can you give a suggestion to me in case if I want to run an ad for an marketing company or advertising company? So what could be your choices of your audience type? You can be able to put it in the chat box. So is it the gender wise we can be able to target the audience for my type of ad? Should I target only the men or should I target the women, or the both I have to target it? So you can put your views, that is nothing it is a correct or wrong, but I want the everyone to try to attempt it. So for my ad that is related to the advertising company. So if I am going to do the digital marketing to a client, so what kind of a client I should be able to target it? So based on the gender, is it I have to target only the men or only the women or both? So what is your answers? Is it both or is it men or is it women? Hope you people are able to hear me. Good. So we can target it with both kind of. the genders. Now, what could be the age? Between what aged people are going to be my target? So it is minimum 18, the maximum it could be anything. But as per you, so what could be the suggestion of selection of the aged? Which aged people are going to be my target? If I'm running an advertising agency and I want to promote my services to the Facebook, so in this case, which aged people are going to be my target? Between 18 to above 65. Within what aged people are going to be my target? So hope everyone have understood my question. You can just put your views. I don't say that it is a correct or wrong. So I'll try to explain it. I want your involvement. So let it be a discussional session. Fine. So I'll wait for it. So I'll just go over here. Now, whom I am going to target over here? So I cannot be able to target the people within lesser than the 18 age people. See, when you are going to choose with an audience, so you are supposed to think like, so on this particular products or services, whatever you are going to sell it. So with what aged people can take a decision and who have a capability of buying it or taking that service of it. Okay. So for example, if I take a real estate business, if I'm going to uh, sell an apartment or flat or villas, anything like that, I'm not going to target the people who are going to be within 35 aged people. So why do I don't target them? Because the age people who are above 35 can be able to take a decision that whether they are ready to invest on that property or not, and they can be able to take a risk that they can be able to buy that property. They are the decision makers. So I cannot choose it in that case with a 18 aged person. So where that person will might be they have a desire, but will not be my targeted customer. So even though that person sees that ad, so will be no use for us. So we have to choose the audience in such a way that they are going to be the final product user or the service receiver, and they are the decision makers of buying that product or services from us. Okay, so based on this, so I am going to target the people. So they are the entrepreneurs who are going to be above 21, because nowadays the people have got so matured that they can be able to start a business at very earlier stage. So even when they are studying also, they are going to take up the initiatives, or they may take the challenges and they can start the business. There are a lot of people, and you are also going to be thinking about what to do in the future. So I can be able to target the people who are going to be at the age of 21, and I will be able to target the people up to 50. Okay, so let my target of the audience be between the age of 21 to 50, because they can be able to take the decisions, and we can be able to make them understand how the things will work, and they can be able to easily get approached with it. Okay, so it is, you are going to try to understand your audience pulse, right? So you can be able to increase it or decrease it, but the strategy what you are supposed to implement it, this is what could be my suggestion. So, and digital marketing, it is always the trial and error method. So you are going to try, it's going to work, yes, continue. If not, try with the other things. So like that. But we are going to suggest you people on based on with our experiences, what we have been seeing with, and we have been able to get the results out of it. So on that basis, we are going to suggest on it, right? So this was of selections of your age wise. The next thing is the location wise. So you can be able to target the people. So what is your reach? So to whom, to which region people you can be able to serve them. So you should be able to keep your boundary. So this ad has to be reached only to this particular region people. So you can be able to target it. So we can be able to give a service all over the globe. So the technology, so the way of we can be able to reach to any part of the globe, but it is up to you how you can be able to manage with your services to the particular part of the world. So be very clear that where you want to reach your information. So by default it has taken as India, but now my target, it is going to be only with Bangalore. Okay, so this is going to be my target. So you can see here the radius. So around Bangalore up to 40 kilometers it is there. Do you want to reach up that uh, radius, or you can be able to reduce with? Okay, so you can be very clear over here. Suppose apart from this, the selected area, if any nearby area also you want to cover with. So let's assume it that I want to connect it with Kolar place also, where I don't want to expand it the whole nearby Kolar. I want only that to be reached out to the Kolar. So in that case, you can be able to click on drop in, and you can be able to click on it so that it is going to get selected over there. So I am going to keep it 10 kilometers radius to the Kolar. I am ready to serve it. So like this, you can be able to choose the audience location. So on your the reach, based on your reach, you can be able to select with it. Fine. So once after selection of your location wise, the next thing is you are going to select with the audience type. So your detailed targeting is there. So in this box, there is an option as browse. Click on the browse option. So in the browse, we have a list of audience types. So demographics, interest, and behaviors. These are the three categories. So if it comes to the demographics, it is going to be based on their status. So what are the status means? Based on their education status. Now, is it is going to depend upon the product or service what you are going to promote with. So if it is something related to the educational products or services, so you can be able to target the people of which level of students you are going to target with. Example, I'll just take it as education, and here you have an option of selecting it based on the education levels or with the universities or particular field. And here also it is given with the option as undergraduate years. So that means you are pursuing the degree. So is it your target is with these people? And if you see with this drop down button on the right hand side, so do not just click on the left hand side and say that I want to target all the audiences who comes under this options. No, don't do with that. So please check with all the options what are available over here. So click on this education level. So the drop down button, you can be able to see here that at what level of audience so who are doing with particular things you want to target them. Okay. And do not target these people for everything. It is only based on your product or services if it is really relevant to your business. Suppose if I am going to sell a pizza, is it anything is going to get connected with the education? I want to sell the pizza only for the professional degree holder. So can we do it like that? No, I don't suggest it in that ways. Okay, so let us not choose with this. So financial, it is not applied for the Indian audience. So it is applicable only to the US audience. You can have a look over here. So you can be able to choose with this category if it is applicable and if your target audience are on USA. Okay, so like that, life events. So if you are doing any services or product selling, anything relevant to help the people who are into the particular life event celebrations and they are into that particular category that is from away from family, away from hometown, anything like that, then you have many other options over here also. You can be able to choose it. So if you are a company something related to the gifting company or with some artistic things or with clothing, so any than cake shops. So like that, if you are going to have the business type, so in that cases, you can be able to choose any of this categories which are relevant to it. Then if a product or service related to the kids, so you can be able to choose it, the parent and the kid. So with what aged kids, parents, product you are going to sell with it. So you can be able to target over here based on their parental status. Then relationship. So with the different kinds of relationships options you have it. So if your product or service related to any of this, so you can be able to choose with it. And if in case if your product or services are related to the job related, then you can be able to choose with this. Okay, this was all about the status. Based on their different status, you can be able to target the audience. Suppose if you do not want to target or you have targeted few of the types and you also want to find it few more types of audience, you can go to the interest. So this interest, it is going to be based on the activities they are interested to do it, they are doing it. See, for example, I am going to like a post of someone's post. When do I am going to like that post is when you people are going to be interested with that subject. Okay, so you can be able to target the audiences based on their interested categories. Okay, so you can check it out over here in the list. Okay, so hope you people are able to see all the options which are listed over here. So if in case if this is going to be any one of it relevant to your type of audiences, you can be able to choose with it. So in case of mine, so I'm going to target the people who are into this business or industry. So I'm going to target the people who are interested with advertising and marketing related post. Then I'm going to target the people who are interested with business and finance. Then who are interested with the entrepreneurship, business and finance. Then management and marketing. So like this, I can be able to choose as many categories, but again, do not choose the categories just like that because you are going to pay the money. Okay, it has to reach. Make sure that this particular post, it is going to be meant for only that particular categorized people. Okay, so be very careful when you're going to choose with the type of audiences. Okay, so now let's assume it I've been chosen with my audience type. So you can see it on the top, it is going to list out all the topics or the categories what you have been chosen, it is going to be listed. If you are okay with this, you can just go back by using this arrow key and you can be able to see that here there is a bar graph that is you can be able to get to uh, an idea that how much audience are going to be there within the selection of categories based on the age, based on the gender, based on the location, and based on the categories what have been chosen. So for all these things, there are audience minimum of 4.9 million. So that is 49 lakhs to 57 lakh. Okay, so we have this many audience over here. So you can be able to target them. But it is not that you are going to target all the people until you are going to spend that much of money, right? So it also depends upon your budget, how much you are ready to do with it. Okay, so once you have been done with all these things, now you can see on the right hand side, it is going to show that based on the selection of the audience types, you are going to be seeing that how much results we can expect it. It says 411 people minimum it can reach. It is not that sales. It can reach minimum 411 to 1.2k on everyday basis. Okay, and the budget what you are supposed to spend it for this, it says 576 rupees plus the GST, it is going to be 680 rupees. So on what basis this calculations that are it is there means it is going to be based on this schedule and duration and the budget. So you can start the promotion immediately from now itself, the current date and time itself, and you can run it up to specific days, or you can start it from the next day onwards, from the next date onwards, and you can end it up the period you can be able to give with it. Okay, so the from and to date it is here, so you can choose with it. Now it has taken as 7 days, so 7 days means you are going to get the result over here on everyday basis. with what money you have been given. Suppose if you are ready to spend up to 1000. Okay, so if you are ready to spend 1000, so you can expect it 641 minimum to 1.9k reach, and also can expect it minimum 0 to 8 replies. Okay, so you should be able to see that what I can be able to expect it, and how much I can be able to reach with minimum. Okay, so suppose if the same 1000 rupees, if I'm ready to spend it for lesser than 7 days or more than 7 days, you can see here if I'm going to increase for 8 days, so you can see that there are changes going to happen. Less money, more duration, you will get a less result. So you can reduce and see that you can be able to get the more result. Okay, so you should see that whether it is going to be affordable or not. See, if you are able to get it at least one or two conversions, is that you are going to have your money return on investment. So is it a paisa vasool for yourself? Okay, you should see with that, and then you are going to schedule and enter the budget value. And also you should observe that how much you can be able to reach and get expected conversions. Okay, the next, in case if you are going to reduce the days, the minimum you should keep it as 4 days. So the Facebook recommends to run your campaigns at least for 4 days, so not lesser than that. Okay, so you can see with this, so my suggestion to run it at least for 10 days with a good value, so you may expect it with the good results at initial stages. Okay, so 5 to 10 days it is going to be very much worth for it. That is a suggestion again. The next thing is, in which all the places your ads are going to be displayed is in the Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger. In all these three places, it is going to run the ad. Then the final thing is, if you are okay with all this information, you are ready with this promotional, that is boosting the post. So give your credit card details or with your account details, and you can be able to start to run the ad. Is that everyone are clear till here? So if you have any questions, you can raise it. And if you people are clear, you can type it as clear. Is there anyone who is going along with me? Yeah, good. Fine. So let us go to the next concept. So as of now, I'm going to close with the boost post because I am not given with my payment details. So it doesn't allows me to continue the boosting the post, right? So this was one way of reaching the targeted audience. That is, it is going to reach with only that particular post, right? Then once the activities you are going to do with, and what's happening with your Facebook business page. So how many people are visiting your page? How many are liking your post? How many people are coming from uh, which part of the globe? So if I want to observe or analyze the performance of my business page, so where should I go? So here there is a option called Insights. So click on Insights and click on View All Insights. So here you can be able to see with the graphs. Okay. So it is going to help you out that how much reach has happened between what period. So you can be able to get to know that what was the activities you have been done within this period. So where you had a less people and more people for the different duration. Then when you come to know that in that particular period there is a more crowd have been visited or they have been reacted or reached us. So what could be the activity that they have been supported us. So if you get to know that, it will be easy for us to go ahead with the such kind of activities. So improvising ourselves, right? So you can be able to see with the results over here. So you have a different way of analyzing the things. So please go with this and check the reports on a regular basis so that you can be able to get to know that how is your page is performing. Okay, so based on the audience, if I go and check it out, so you can see here it is going to give us the information that how many followers are there based on their age and gender wise, which age people, which genders are uh, visiting our page and they are giving responses, and which part of the globe, the towns or cities or the countries people are visiting our page. So this all things it is going to help us when we are going to creating the ad in selection of the audience type. Okay, so please have a look, make it live of your business page, and you can be able to check with the results. Okay, so now we are come back to the home page. So let us have a 5 minutes of break and get back, and we can be able to continue with the next concept. Yeah, thank you all for being online. Hope my voice is audible to everyone. So the next thing is, after doing the boost post, or you can do the boost post, or you can be able to choose it directly the particular goal and you can create the ad. So how we can be able to do it? Either you can go for create ad option over here, or you have an option over here as an ads. So any of these two options you can be able to choose it. It takes you to the same screen. So after going to the ads, then here you have an option as get started or create ad. Any one of it you can be able to click on it. And here you will be asked what is your goal. So for what purpose do you want to do this advertisement? So you can be able to choose it. So what do you want to expect it out of that ad to happen? So you can choose any one of this goal which was there in your list of goals in the boost post. So if you are going to choose any particular option, for example get more leads option have been selected. So you can be asked with what kind of uh, form do you want to feed it up in that particular ad. So you can create it over here and you can be able to ask them to fill it up through that ad. Okay, so it will be keep on asking with the type of audience based on the age, gender, location wise, the targeted audience categories. So almost it is going to be the similar how we created with the boost post. So you can be able to target the people on the particular goal wise. Okay, so you can try with this. So you can be able to choose any one of this, or you can be keep on trying out with the different types of ad type on every time. Okay, the next, this was all about how you can be able to reach your content to the bigger audiences. That is with the particular content, the particular post wise you can be able to reach it. So if I want to be advertising my whole business with few more features or few more options and have a separate uh, kind of a reporting analytics for the Facebook ads itself. So we have a separate tool or a separate platform for that, for creating the Facebook ads. So you can be able to see it on clicking on all tools. Under the advertise, there is an option called ads manager. So this is going to help you in creation of ads, managing the ads and track the performance of your campaigns, ad sets, ads for your ad account. Okay, so let us see how we can be able to create the ads on the ads manager. So it is going to take you to the another screen. As I said, it is a one of the ads tool of the Facebook. Okay, so you can be able to create an ad over here also. Let us see what are the different options you are going to get it comparatively with the previous screen. So click on create campaign. So now here it is going to ask you to select with the campaign objective. There are six objectives are available. Is it your intention of creating the ads for the purpose of sales conversion? Then you can choose it as sales. If your intention is to collect the audience information, then you can choose it as leads. If you want your audience to get engaged with your ads, then select with engagement. In case of promotion of your app, if you are an app developer and you want to promote it, then you can choose it as app promotion. Then in case of gathering the traffic towards your website as well as to the Facebook page, then you can choose it as traffic. In case of intention of creating the awareness, let the people buy or not, I just want to reach my information to the audience. In such instance, you can choose it as awareness. So you can be able to choose the goal or objective of your campaign. So what is your intention? It is going to be there. You can choose it over here. When you are starting initially, it is recommended to go with awareness. So click on awareness, then click on continue. Okay, so now you can be able to see in this screen on the left hand side here, you are going to see with three stages of creation of ad. So the first part was campaign. So you are going to choose it. What is your campaign objective? So that was creation of awareness campaign. So I'll choose it as August awareness campaign. So I can rename it. Then the special ad category, if it is applicable for this ad, you can choose it. You have the list of options. Is it related to the credit card offers or loans, or is it related to the job employment, or is it related to the housing, that is real estate businesses, or is it related to any of the social issues or the elections or the politics? So if anything is related to of these categories, you can be able to choose it. Otherwise you can leave it blank. Okay, so the other options, it has been selected by itself. Let it be the same. Now we have been completed with the campaign stage. So let us go to the next stage, that is ad set. That means before creating the ad, before designing the ad, you are going to select it. What is your reach? That is, what is your capability of creating this ad and making it successful? That is, you are supposed to know that where you want to reach this, how you want to reach this, and with what value you are ready to spend for it. Okay, so that is ad set. So let me give it the name as August Awareness Ad Set. So this is for my reference that this campaign is being created for what purpose. Okay, and later I can be able to compare it to the campaign to campaign, and I can see the difference. What could be the difference, which has worked out for us, which has not resulted. So we can be able to have a comparison. So after giving the ad set name, you are being selected with the goal maximize the reach of the ads. So you have options. Is it reach or is it impressions? Impressions means it has to display more and more times on the Facebook platform. Okay, then maximize ad recall, that is it is going to show the ad to the same people again and again in the profiles, the particular profiles. So like that, which one it is going to be your choice of selecting the objective, the goal. So by default it has selected as maximize the reach of ads. Let us keep the same. Then which is that Facebook page do you want to promote with? So you can select it. You have a list over here. You can be able to choose on which account ID you want to perform this ad campaign. The next, bit control. So this you can be able to give it only in case if you are very much clear that up to what value you will be ready to spend for it. So only it is given as an optional. So let us allow the Facebook to do the work on behalf of us so that it can give us some suggestions. Okay, the next, and make sure that you are going to check it out with the show more options, show more features, more options. Anywhere it is given with such kind of a click button. So try to check it out. Are you going to make use of all the options provided in that screen? Okay, let's check it out. Is there anything useful to us? No, it has already been selected with the relevant options. So let me hide that. The next, the budget and the schedule. So you can be able to choose the budget. There are two ways of budget. One is daily budget and another one is lifetime budget. So daily budget means how much are you ready to spend it for every day. So you can be able to run the campaign on specific particular days. Okay, so if you are running it per day, how much you are ready to spend it. So that you are supposed to give it over here. Then the second option is lifetime budget. So lifetime budget here, it is going to be for the particular period. So that means, so for how many days do you want to run with the campaign? So you can be able to choose with that the minimal or maximum days. Okay, so you can see that since it has been selected as daily budget, the value as taken by default as 200. You can give it lesser or higher also. Okay, and it depends the mainly on your scheduling the ad. So since it is taken as a daily budget, it has taken only the starting date and there is no mandatory of end date. That means on everyday basis you can be able to do with it. But in case of selection of lifetime budget, so you can be able to see that it is mandatory that you are supposed to give it with end date. That means it is going to be for a particular period. Okay. So make sure over here. So let me start it from 10th onwards. Okay. So it has taken 1 month duration for running the ad, and here it is taken as 14,000. It is a default value, so no worries, you can be able to change the value. Now suppose if I change it to 1,000, is that an acceptable value? So it says your minimum budget value should be 2,469 rupees 90 paise for the period what you have been selected. So for that minimum, it should be there with this value. Okay. So now either we have to reduce this period or we have to increase with the value. Okay, so suppose if I am running it for, okay, let me take it till 16th. You can see that the time period what it is taken over here, it is less, and for this 1,000 rupees is more than enough. So suppose if I am going to give it lesser value, so it says minimum 493 rupees 98 paise. So like this, you can be able to increase or decrease with your budget value based on the type of budget, either lifetime budget or with the daily budget. So hope everyone have understood till this what we have been come up with. If you are clear, I am going to continue. Let me know in case if you have any kind of a doubt. Okay, fine. In the same screen or in the same block, if you observe, there is something called show more options. When I say that I want to run a campaign, now by default it has taken run ads all the time. That means you can run the ad on all the timing whenever it is, whenever the people are going to open their Facebook and they are relevant targeted audience, they will be keep on getting it at any point of time. They may see it. But if you are very clear, so as I said, by checking out the insights, if I come to know that my type of audience are going to be active at that particular time and days. Okay, so it could be any date, but day wise on the particular time, I know that my audiences are available and I want to run my ad only that particular time. If you feel it, you can be able to schedule that. So how you can do it means by clicking on show more options and clicking on edit of ad scheduling. So click on this run ads on a schedule. You will be able to see the slots. So you can be able to run the ad on the particular timing. So I can just click and hold it and drag it in case if I'm going to select with that particular slot. So just hold it and drag it and release where you want to end it up. So I want to run the ad. If you click once again on that, it is going to get removed. Okay. So let me run my ad from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Monday. Tuesday, I want to run it from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. On Wednesday, I want to run it from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So like this, I can be able to choose it that particular timings on individual day wise. Or if you are very sure that I want to run the ad in between this time to the other time, if there is a continuous time period, you can be able to select it together for all the days, same timings by clicking on everyday option. Okay, so you can be able to schedule your ad. So for this, you are supposed to observe with your audience behavior on your page. Okay, so you can run it like this, or in case let it run on all the time, then you can untick this and you can be able to run run it all the time. The next part is it is going to be the same, the audience selection. So you have an option for selecting it location wise, then age wise, gender wise, then the same options based on demographics wise, interest wise, and behaviors. You can edit here and you can click on browse. You're going to get the same options. Okay. So you can be able to choose with any of this categories. It's a similar to your boost post or with the ads creation screen. Then here one more additional thing is, do you want to target the people based on their languages, communications? So make the changes and click on save audience, save this audience so that you can be able to choose the same audience type every time whenever you are going to run the campaign. So if there are different kinds of cards you are going to prepare it, that is for the particular type of campaign you are going to choose with certain types of audience types. Okay, so like that you can be able to create multiple list of audiences. You can see here you saved audience. Here it is going to list me all the audience type. Okay, so whatever you are going to do it over here and click on save the audience, and you will be allowed to choose the same type of audience automatically in your next campaigns, so that it is you are going to save your time. Okay, yes. So after this, the placements. By default, it has taken advantage plus placements. Show more options. Wait, not with this. Yeah, I'll click on edit. So here there are two options. One is by default, that is the recommended uh, placements. That is on which all the platforms do you want to run your ad? Is it on the reels? Is it on the stories? Is it on the news feed? So like that, there are different placements of all the social media, that is Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, you Messenger. So you can be able to choose on which type of particular placements do you want to run it, means click on manual placements. Otherwise, you are going to leave it to the Facebook that wherever it is the best place you can run it for an ad, you can choose it. So you can give a choice for your Facebook itself. Otherwise, you can be able to give it with manual placements. Okay. The next, you can be having the options that where you want to run your campaigns. Is it on the Facebook? Is it on the Instagram or a audience network and Messenger? So if you are very specific that I want to run the ads only on the Messenger, you can untick all the other options and you can keep it with that particular option. And if you see that, how does it looks an ad on different platforms? See, now it is on the feeds. How does it looks? And if it goes to Instagram feed, how it looks? Profile, how it looks? If it is a Facebook marketplace, how it looks? So like this on different platform, how does it looks? How does it represent it with your ad? It is giving an idea. So you can be able to choose with it. Okay, so this is manual placements. In case if you are okay with whatever the placements it's given by the Facebook, so then you can choose it with advantage placements recommended. Okay, so with all the selection of your audience type based on your budget, you can see that on the right hand side the estimated daily results you can expect it for 13,000 people to 36,000 people. So hope you were able to find the difference between the ad type what we created on the ads option, and this is ads manager. Okay, so you will be able to find the difference. So choice is yours. Okay, now click with the next option. The third stage is ad. So this is ad preparation. So I'll give the name as August awareness ad. So the Facebook page, it's been selected automatically. Then Instagram account, if it is connected, you can be able to get connected over here. Then you can see on the right hand side how does it looks on a different platforms, your images, contents. You can be able to edit it. So whatever it is there, you can be able to edit with. So it has just taken with some other examples, but still you can be able to choose with it. So you can edit it over here. Okay, see with the sizes which are recommended. Okay, I'll just choose this. Yeah, then same way you can change this text. Okay, so you can see that whatever the changes you are going to bring it, it is going to show it on the right hand side. Okay, so this is the way how you are going to create an Facebook ad through Facebook Ads Manager. So there will be a three stage, the campaign stage where you are going to choose the goal, then ad set stage where you are going to specify that with what budget, and what is the period you are going to run with an ad, what type of audiences you are going to target. So what is the placement of your ad, in which all the platforms do you want to run it? Do you want to schedule it for the particular time period? So these things you are going to see it in the ad set. And finally in the ad stage, you are going to design it, create, get the content, final designed. So everything it is going to be chosen over here, and you can be able to connect your Facebook ad with your Instagram accounts, business account, and you can be able to run the ad on the both the platform at the same time. Okay. So finally, if you are okay with everything, you can be able to publish. And if you have been given with the payment details, it is going to start with the campaign. Is that everyone are clear till here? So I'll give it 2 minutes of time. You can be able to raise a question in case if you are going to have it. The next 2 minutes is yours. I think my statement was being taken wrongly. So I asked to take 2 minutes of asking a question. So people took it that the session ended. Fine. So if you have any kind of a doubt, you can raise it through the WhatsApp group, or you can ask it in the next session. Hope it was very informative, and have been tried as much as possible to convey the information. So please try it and let me know in case of any kind of doubt you have it in the next session. Okay. Thank you all. Have a wonderful time.